Hello, and welcome to Wrestling with Poetry, Kalamazoo, Michigan's premier poetry and wrestling podcast. Today, we'll hear from a poet whose work I revere, Sommer Browning, and I will name the various types of matches in pro wrestling. First, poetry. Sommer Browning is a poet, arts writer, curator, and artist. Her latest book is Good Actors, Birds LLC 2022. She is the author of 2 other collections of poetry, Backup Singers and Either Way I'm Celebrating, as well as the artist book, The Circle Book, Cuneiform Press, the joke book, You're on My Period, Counterpath, and others. She is currently touring and performing a one-woman play based on her 3rd collection of poetry. Her poetry, art writing, and visual art have appeared in Hyperallergic, Art Forum, Lit Hub, Bomb, Jubilat, Chicago Review, the American Poetry Review, and elsewhere.
Hi, Ish. Thank you so much. Zygote. When a woman reads an entire novel in her lap in one night, and the first person she sees upon waking is a man, when a bird shits into a swimming pool where a man and woman are swimming, when a woman breaks 3 glasses in 3 days and on the 3rd day calls her mother, but her mother doesn't answer because she was in a car accident, when a man sends a woman a pen through the mail but the woman never opens it because she's out purchasing a pregnancy test, after a woman follows a man to a big city and lives with him in a small apartment, the woman must eventually get a good job. When a mommy and daddy love each other very much. When a woman asks a woman about the kind of yogurt she brought to work last Tuesday, and the second woman begins to cry because the first woman is trying so hard to ask something stupid and normal. When a woman is very smart. When a woman is alone. Oral history. I can't even tell you what happened today. I put on a Yes record. In fact, I think it was the Yes album. It's still playing. Of course, there was a lot of suffering today. Whitney's, Phillips, Kay's. I sat on the porch and remembered being 41, sneaking out of the house into an amateur porn actor's van. You know those vans? And giving him the longest hand job in the world. He looked at me like I was his mother. I insisted he call me Professor. I'm proud of it, really, because I make a lot of friends laugh when I recount that story. My arm ached for days, I say. Boy, Sommer, that's funny. Sure, some of them feel weird listening to it, but that's because they secretly dropped out of poetry school.
Thank you, Sommer. That was amazing. This week we have a question. Hi, Ishmael. When I heard the aside, money usually wins in the end, come out of your mouth in your episode about firsts, I was taken aback. Not 'cause it's not true, I guess. Was I imagining your podcast to be an idealized space where the real world holds less or no sway? Maybe. But in any case, it prompts some questions I'm hoping you can answer. 1. Do you in fact believe money usually wins out in the end? 2. If so, or even if so in the limited set of our current material circumstances, can poetry and or wrestling change that fact? 3. Have you seen the TV series Glow? Signed, The Big Question, my wrestling persona. No, I don't believe money usually wins out in the end. I suppose it expresses itself fully in the end. You know how Holderlin lived in poverty, but he actually was a wealthy guy who just had no connection to his money? Like, did it win out in the end, or... But it always feels precarious. I think that might be my problem, though. The world around me, I see a lot of scrambling and misery, and rich people who aren't happy. Do I think money wins out? I can't really conceive of an end. What is valuable, I think, will change for the better. What is truly valuable, that's kind of up to us. If so, or even if so, in the limited set of our current material circuit, can poetry and or wrestling change that fact? Can poetry change that fact? Can poetry change that fact? Well, it isn't a fact, it would be a belief, because the end isn't here, so it's just a projection. Can poetry change my mind? Yes. Can poetry change other people's mind? Yes. What about wrestling? Can wrestling change your mind? Yes, I think so. I think you could be changed by wrestling by doing it. We did wrestling for a play called The Armbar of Heaven, written by Andrew McAlpine, where I played a judge who was like a hanging judge who really harshly judged people before lunchtime. We created our own moves that were based on the Three Stooges, and what we take away from pro wrestling is that you're not supposed to hurt the person. That's kind of our thing. I think professional wrestlers probably think it's got to look incredibly real, but if you're an amateur wrestler, you could be like, okay, my whole thing is that I'm not gonna hurt you. You're in good hands, but we could try some stunts. So yeah, that was a learning moment. It was like very goofball dancing. Have I seen the TV series Glow? I have, and I enjoyed it. Thank you, the big question. I'm really glad that you're listening to the show. In the end, hope. In the end, liberation. How about that? Okay. Please, anybody else out there with a question, why don't you ask us? wrestlingwithpoetry@gmail.com. Wrestling with Poetry, those words all stuck together in lower cases @gmail.com. Types of matches. Duchess of Queensberry's rules match. No count out match. One-sided rules match. Pinfall match. Pure wrestling rules match. Time limit match. Special challenge match. The blindfold match. The reduced clothing match, trading places match, battle royale, battle bowl, battle zone, bunkhouse stampede match, fulfill your fantasy battle royale match, hardcore battle royale, last blood battle royale, reverse battle royale, the cage reverse battle royale, semi-final battle royale, dynamite dozen battle royale, Tag Team Battle Royale, Thunderball, which is another variation of Battle Bowl involving 100 wrestlers split into 50 in 2 rings, TNA Knockout Makeover Battle Royale, Women's Battle Royale, World War III involves 3 rings, cinematic matches, for instance, the ambulance match, the buried alive match, the casket match, the last rites match, the dumpster match, last ride match, stretcher match, steel cage match, the asylum match, barbed wire steel cage match, razor wire steel cage match, cage of death match, chamber match, chamber of extremes match, chamber of horrors match, Dixieland match, doomsday cage match, doomsday chamber of blood match, electrified cage match, elimination chamber match, fight pit match, hell in a cell match, kennel from hell match, inferno match, ring of fire match, lethal lockdown match, the lion's den match, Punjabi prison match, rage in a cage match, scramble cage match, thunder cage based on Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome match, triple cage match, war games match, escape match. Instead of it's like a ladder match, except there's an X and barbed wire on top of the ring. Flag match, anthem match, handicap matches, hardcore match, unsanctioned match, death match, barbed wire ring rope match, barbed wire massacre roped match, Beth House death match. That happened in Japan. Caribbean barbed wire death match, circus death match, clockwork house of fun match, a crocodile death match, desert death match, electric pool match. That only happened once, and it will probably never happen again. Explosion bomb death match, anus explosion death match. That happened in Japan only once. Double hell death match, exploding barbed wire death match, landmine death match, time bomb deathmatch, time bomb exploding cage deathmatch, eye for an eye match, falls count anywhere match, first blood match, doomsday chamber of blood match, four corners of pain match, hard 10 match, last man woman standing match, baseball brawl match, light tube death match, piranha death match, pitch black match, razor death match, spike nail death match, nail hell death match, street fight hardcore match. That's when you don't have to wear a costume, you just wear your own clothes. A Miracle on 34th Street fight death match. A trick-or-treat street fight death match, a Taipei death match, thumbtack death match, barefoot thumbtack death match, thumbtack balloons match, unlucky 13 death match, barroom brawl match, boiler room brawl match, body of water match, dungeon match, empty arena match, parking lot brawl match, the Hollywood backlot brawl match, iron circle match, a tooth and nail match, lumberjack match, Canadian lumberjack match, triple threat match, beat the clock challenge match, iron survivor challenge match, special guest referee match, Aztec warfare battle riot, casino battle royale match, New Japan Rumble, Royal Rampage, Royal Rumble, gauntlet matches, gauntlet for the gold match, Iron Man or woman match, anything goes Iron Man match, Thunder Queen battle match, ultimate submission match, 3 strikes match, 2 out of 3 falls match, jailhouse match, kiss my foot match, kiss my ass match, last chance match, loser leaves town match, loser wears a chicken suit match, loser wears a dress match, Lucas de Apuestas match, in which both wrestlers wager something specific, the mask or the hair, band move match, retirement match, strip matches, evening gown matches, tuxedo matches, I quit match, I respect you match, submission count anywhere match, blood bath match, mud match, hog pen match, tag team match, tag team 4 corners match, tornado tag team match, elimination tag team match, captain's fall match, in a tag team turmoil match, ultimate endurance match, a mixed tag team match, intergender tag team match, stadium stampede match, strange bedfellows match, arcade anarchy match, bricks match, chair matches, crazy 8 match, fans bring the weapons match, good housekeeping match, handcuff match, hangman's horror match, kendo stick match, ladder match, casino ladder match, the king of the mountain match, stairway to hell match, the ultimate X match, Nigerian drum fight match, objects on a pole match, straitjacket match, strap match, dog collar match, 4 corners strap match, Russian chain match, Texas bull rope match, steel chair match, symphony of destruction match, in which musical instruments are being used as weapons, flaming tables match, Thanksgiving leftovers throwdown match, 2 out of 3 tables match, taped fist match, Viking rules match, water fight match, weapon rumble match, weapons wild match, winner take all match. Those are the highlights. Events this week. Satellite Records will indeed be having their open mic Thursday, October 5th. Satellite Records, 808 South West Nedge Avenue in Kalamazoo, Michigan, 49008. I have to tell you that there's not going to be a program next week because I will be out of town. But there will be episode 20 on the following week, even if I have to feature a dead poet. Check out the complete list of matches on Wikipedia's Pro Wrestling Series match segment. Okay. Thank you, Sommer Browning, for sharing your beautiful poems. Thank you, The Big Question, for your thought-provoking and excellent questions. And thank you all who are listening. Have a great week. We'll see you in 2 weeks from today.